So we're in McCall. I kind of think it's funny, not just a little funny, really funny, because in the last video, we left Silver Mountain after skiing there, and we're like drove to St. George, and then Momo had all the like sparks coming out of the back rear tires, and we thought we were gonna go down to Beaver, Utah, like towards St. George and meet Victor there, because I pretty much texted him, well, from Silver Mountain. Silver Mountain's a great resort if you're a good skier, but I'm not that good. Tati's kind of learning still. She doesn't really like stuff steep.
I went ahead of you.
So she wasn't happy at Silver, and I'm texting Victor, I need a type 2. I need a hero. But my hero is really like, I need a type 2 who's gonna nurture our wonderful daughter. And so we left there, and sparks started flying out of the back of Momo. So we pulled over at one point in St. Regis, and like, I'm looking at it like, if there was a campground, I would have just stayed there. But I don't know really what I would have done, because you have all of your stuff in a motorhome. I mean, actually, I was already thinking, I'm like, okay, if it's something really dangerous, I'm gonna rent a U-Haul, and then I'm gonna bring the U-Haul over to here, unload all of Momo, leave Momo at a junkyard. I doubt there's a junkyard at St. Regis, but I'm sure I could have found somewhere. The things your brain thinks about while the oven's beeping in, like, over and over again.
I can't help it, okay?
Notice we're in an Airbnb. I'll come back to that. So you end up thinking, at least for me, I think through worst case scenario, then I think through like, okay, not worst case, but like, what would I have to do in this situation so that I protect my family or stay safe, or, you know, all those things that people are worried about. So we didn't stay in St. Regis. I called my dad, who has a lot of knowledge on vehicles, and he wouldn't want to see. In fact, the first part when I called him, or the first time I called him when we got to St. Regis, he's like, well, be careful, you know, lives are important. And I don't think he grasped how, like, I'm like, there's sparks. So I called him back, Dad, I need to know what's worst case scenario. He's like, oh, okay, well, worst case, you just tip over, you lose your axle, or your tires fall off or something. Like, I'm like, am I gonna be up in flames? Because there were no campgrounds in St. Regis anyways, which was good. He's like, probably not, you're probably good. Why don't you just drive it? He told me, put the grandkids in the truck and you just drive it, because you have more experience driving. That's what he told me. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. So I drove, I kept it about 50, occasionally 55, but drove slower, had Gabi and Isabelle follow behind me, and like every time we'd go over a bridge, it would spark. You're like, not every time actually. It was sporadic, sometimes every bridge, and then sometimes it would like not happen for 50 miles. And so I'd be like constantly texting him or calling him like, did it spark again? Do you see any smoke? Is there anything else? They're like, no, it's fine. Yeah, it sparked a couple times. But anyways, that night, driving 50, it was like, took forever. But we got to Butte, we spent the night, woke up in the morning, and I'm like, all right, now I'll fall, like, let's go again and let's see how far we make. But during the day, there's no spark. You can't see it. So I kind of thought at that point, I'm like, this is probably something that's been going around or been going on for a long time. So we went to Idaho Falls, and when we got to Idaho Falls, we stopped by Le Schwab. I said, hey, you know, it's cool. They'll look at your vehicle and give you, you know, make sure everything's good. And so they looked at it and they're like, we don't see anything structurally wrong. But they did say that there was like a wire that was kind of loose, and that last time we had stored our RV in Idaho Falls like a year and a half ago. And when we stored it in Idaho Falls, somebody had gone and stole the catalytic converter while it was in storage. So I think you saw that YouTube video from whatever, a year ago, where we went and turned it on and it sounded like it was like this race dune buggy. It was horrible. But anyways, I think when somebody repaired it in Idaho Falls, they didn't do it exactly the best. Anyway, so hopefully that's it, but I haven't driven it at night since then, so I don't know. It might be fixed, it might not be fixed. So long story short is we decided, well, we didn't actually decide. While Le Schwab was looking at our RV, we went over to Great Harvest and ate an obscene amount of gluten that made us feel really bad after, but it was still delicious nonetheless. We sat there, speak for myself. we sat there and like played out. We'll pull up this happens to us a lot. We'll pull up all the weather apps. We'll pull up, you know, how much time would it take to get from A to B. We'll put in all the information and then we'll kind of vote on it. And while we didn't know what was going to happen with Momo, but while we were at Great Harvest, putting in all this information, we kind of came to the conclusion that based on weather, we should head towards Colorado. Now, it's kind of cool that we have some flex in our schedule. We have a few things that we're trying to work around, like our Airbnb and Lander and a couple other things. But we're like, well, and meeting up with Victor again eventually, we said, okay, well, we'll just go to Colorado. And we're like, okay, it's a 9-hour drive by Google time, which means for us, it's going to be more like a 12-hour drive. And we didn't know if Momo was going to be drivable or not. So we said, okay, well, if it's drivable, we'll go there. And so we go back to the Schwab and they're like, yeah, it's fine. Like, you're good. You're good to go. All right, great. So we get in the car or in the truck and I hand Gabi's Momo's keys and she's about to drive it. And Jiraiya goes, wait, I need to run in and get my earbuds. And he runs in and gets his earbuds. And I sat there in the truck for 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm so tired. I do not want to drive 12 hours to Colorado. This is just not going to feel good. I call it body compassing. It's like, this is a bad idea. So anyways, by the time he got back in the car, I had already texted Gabi, like, let's just stay here. And we know in Idaho Falls, we knew an RV park to stay at. We stayed there many times. There's like within 30 minutes, there's Kelly Canyon Resort, which is on our Indy Ski Pass. And it was one that we weren't really looking that forward to, but we're like, well, we could ski it. It'll be all right. And so we drive a whole 6 minutes to RV park and Jiraiya and Tatiana look at each other like, what's going on? Like, I thought we were driving to Colorado. And I'm like, oh no, we changed plans. Like, again? So we end up at Idaho Falls and we go ski Kelly Canyon the next day. We took one day, we organized everything, we cleaned everything out. Oh my gosh. We had a deep freezer in our shower. Yes.
Okay, now how do you get it out there?
It's okay, I got it. My dad was a mover. I'm good. He taught me this. He taught me. Make sure you show him that I know this. Like, since this is an air bench, Tommy John, I can air bench. So we get the freezer out. We put it in the back of the truck. So now it's really fun driving around with a big deep freezer in the back of our truck. But it's actually worked out good now that we're in McCall and in Airbnbs because it was like a cooler while we were traveling. So that helped. Okay, so we skied, we cleaned out the RV. It was nice. The RV park had a jacuzzi, hot showers, cheap laundry, everything you look for when you're a full-time RVer. And then the next day we went up to Kelly Canyon and we had very low expectations. We were not necessarily looking that much forward to it. We just thought, all right, it's on the pass. It's a small resort. Let's go. We had so much fun. And on top of that, like Tatiana turned a massive corner that time. She skied a bunch with Gabi and all of a sudden she found her enjoyment of the sport and started skiing a lot. And then she was excited and that completely changed the dynamics for our family. All right, today we're at Kelly Canyon. This is so much fun because we're getting just dumped on with powder. I haven't skied this much powder in a really long time, so it's a blast and it's not crowded at all. So again, we have the trails to ourselves, but Tati can't see.
I'm blind.
She's skiing blind. Oh, look at our beautiful living room. Big TV, fireplace,
I know,
living large.
Check it out.
Look at this
Cheers.
table. It's a beautiful.
HDMI 2, but then when I go to HDMI 2, oh my gosh, it's not working. I turned off.
You could put song over this.
Inner skiers.
Okay, Kelly. Tell me
Yes.
about Kelly.
My name's not Kelly.
Did you like Kelly today?
I didn't meet a Kelly, but the mountain we went to, the valley,
Kelly
that was
Canyon.
that was called Kelly Canyon.
Yeah.
I didn't see a Kelly, but it was really good. We got this amazing paradise. First, I was gonna let the record hold. That is probably the best resort I've ever been to for beginners. Like literally, it is so easy. Like greens all around, easy path, not anything big incline.
It's true.
A low grade.
Good for skiers though, specifically. Too, wouldn't you say?
I've seen greens as hard as the blacks at other resorts.
Yeah, compared to we just came from Silver. Tati even liked the last one. You did some blacks.
The black was easier than the green.
Yeah. The green was a little too flat.
We had a long, great day. We had an amazing our first powder day of the season, which
it's snowed a lot on us today.
I like powder.
A lot of snow, and we got back for an hour later. Wait, no, it's been like 4 hours later. 4 hours later, we're having wild rice. Costco bought pulled pork, beets, and
carrots,
and
Great Northern
beans.
Yeah,
it's so-so.
So the next day, after skiing Kelly, you get, with the Indy Pass, you get 2 days at each resort. So we went back to Kelly, but as we were driving up, the road was closed. I guess there was like snow on the road and the plow hadn't come yet or something like that. But we got there and we're like, oh great, the road's closed. Guess we got to pivot again. So we turned around, went back to Momo and said, it's not so bad now. Like, why don't we head towards McCall, but let's just not take Momo. Let's not take an RV and deal with like snowy roads and all that. Like, I can handle the cold. We had so many factors. An RV and snowy roads. Tatiana not really wanting to ski and me getting sick of being cold and seeing no sun. So now we're just down to one thing. I'm like, well, I can handle the cold if I'm in a house. That's much easier. So we decided to rent an Airbnb in the McCall area for the week. And on the way there, we basically, I know an RV storage in Twin Falls. So I was texting the guy like, hey, can I drop my RV there for the week? And we headed out towards Twin Falls, but we stopped for a night in Pomerelle. So this all happened in one day. This is how crazy how we roll. We woke up. We thought, oh, we're going to go ski Kelly Canyon. Kelly Canyon's closed. Come down, pack up Momo, turn around 30 minutes later, say, all right, we're going to drive to Pomerelle. There's right off of the 84, there's an RV park. I think it's Village of the Trees. We put our RV there for the night. We get in the truck. We drive up to Pomerelle. We get there at 3 o'clock and ski till like 7. It was so much fun. It's a great resort. It's one of our favorite resorts.
Okay, so we're at Pomerelle. First thing beforehand, we went to Kelly this morning, but it was closed. We were really confused why. So my mom decided the genius idea of not staying in Idaho Falls, but driving 4 hours to, where are we exactly? Pomerelle. What's the town? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But we're here in Pomerelle, and it's so cool. It's so cool looking. We're gonna go night skiing today, and I think it got snow yesterday, so we're gonna almost have a bluebird day. It's gonna be really exciting.
Day, it's like an hour from sunset.
Well, evening?
Yeah. Time is an illusion.
Yeah, time is an illusion. Time is a construct. Time isn't linear. So right now, it's morning.
Still stuck in this house with a mind full of doubts. Tired of staring out the window. Eating too much, drinking too much. Tired of watching the grass grow. Channel 2, Channel 3, back to Channel 2. I watched everything in my queue. So put me on a train, I don't care where it's going. Fly me on a plane, maybe out to Wyoming. Need an RV, no plans, just you and me. I need to go somewhere. Still watching the rain, kids driving me insane. Another Groundhog Day routine. Stuck in my head, existential dread. What in the world does it mean?
And so we got to do night skiing for the first time. It was really, really, really fun, really beautiful. The views there are so great. And it's not that crowded, and it had just got dumped on. So there was really great powder. The next day, that was all in one day. Go to Kelly, get rejected, drive to, I don't know what the town's called, near Pomerelle, go ski, and then the next day we turned around and drove to Twin Falls, put our RV in storage, and drove to Tamarack, Idaho. We just spent the last 2 nights in an Airbnb, a ski and ski out Airbnb. To Tamaracks, part 2 starting. So we got an Airbnb. It was kind of crazy driving up in the storm yesterday from Boise, but we got all settled. And we're at Tamaracks, and the resort here, we've been here once before, but the resort here is so cute, and it's a Monday morning, so it's pretty much empty. I think I see like 6 other people. So that's really exciting considering yesterday there was a line of hundreds and hundreds of cars coming off the mountain. So I don't recommend Tamaracks on a weekend unless that's your only choice. And from the ski in, ski out, I have to say though, just drive to get your tickets if you have the Indy Pass, because Jiraiya and I, that's why I'm winded, it's not because I'm out of shape. Jiraiya and I just hiked so far in the snow in tight ski boots. Oh, I forgot to buckle my ski boots, don't really forget. Really? All right, so let's go ski. Ridiculous. We're trying to get to our ski in, ski out condo and there's no trail, so we're butt sliding down the side of the mountain to the houses right there. This is crazy. Well, apparently on the ski in, ski out, I missed the turn. That's why Tati and I ended up having to slide down somebody's embankment. There was a third turn, but of course Gabi found it because she is much smarter than me. Anyways, it's really cool to be in the ski in, ski out, except that it's a lot of snow. And I went in back and had coffee and warmed up. Tati gets to stay back. The girls took over for me. And so now, this is also really cool. There's a garage here, that part of the Airbnb that's heated. Let's see. And so you get to put your boots in here and I'll show you. So see, it's all heated. Our boots are all toasty warm now. It's gonna be so great. I hope they're dry. Love my new boots. All right, so I get to go. Jiraiya stayed on the mountain, so I'm gonna spend like just 45 minutes, which makes me so happy to just go do like 2 runs and then come back and get warm again. At Tamarack, Idaho, and had, what do you guys think? Some of the most epic snow we've had?
Oh my god, it was honestly, I said it was the best snow I've ever skied in my life. There was one day in Whitefish, Montana 2 seasons ago that came close, but this was frankly better.
Some people know just how it is, and I know I gotta stand my ground. Some people say what's on their mind, and I swear I never treated you right. It's been slowing me down for a while. So many people in some places I try to feel for them. So many people I don't have the space, but
And then that was the first day, and then the second day we just had powder but clear skies. It was really great. It's one of our favorites.
and I know I wanna be a good man, my
And so now here we are in McCall. Tomorrow is Gabi's 22nd birthday, and we're gonna go ski Brundage. We've skied there before. We were there actually last year today, I think, right? Wasn't it the day before your birthday that we were at Brundage last year? Or it was yesterday. It was the 10th or the 11th. Her birthday's the 12th. So it's pretty cool. It was the 10th. Okay. So we're gonna go ski Brundage tomorrow. Maybe the next day we'll see how the snow is. And it's really nice. It's funny. It's really nice to have the comforts of an Airbnb with this whole week. Like, we cook these elaborate meals. You should see, look at the video we did of the meal we cooked 2 nights ago, the coq au vin. So we really enjoyed our day at Tamaracks. Isabelle, Gabi, and Jiraiya spent pretty much the whole day skiing fresh powders. Jiraiya said it was like butter out there. Tati and I stayed back and made this amazing meal. We made coq au vin, some olive bread, roasted potatoes, Brussels sprouts, arugula salad, and bundt cakes for dessert. So we really enjoyed our time in an Airbnb because sometimes it's hard to, we do cook kind of like this in our RV, but not quite as much, not quite to this level in our other RV, but not in Momo, that's for sure. So it's nice to be able to like spoil ourselves with a really amazing meal. That was really good. But at the same time, it's only good temporarily. Like houses, they buzz. Like I'm gonna miss my RV. I'm gonna be so ready to be back in my RV in 5 days because there's just this constant like sound of electricity and it drives me crazy. And your soul feels so trapped. It's like I crave the comfort, but at the same time, you just feel like so isolated from the world. I'm so used to being connected to nature at most moments of my day that to be inside so much drywall feels really weird. But I do appreciate the hot shower. I appreciate the big kitchen. I appreciate the comfy couch. What do you appreciate?
I don't know, just all of it. My astrology says I need a lot of luxury, and I like that I have this just mental and physical space and comforts like hot showers and kitchen. Honestly, kitchen room's one of the highest ones because Momo has no running water nor very big kitchen
All that space for putting our computers is so nice. That part.
And good Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, good Wi-Fi. So when we upload videos, it's like they actually get uploaded. Sometimes our YouTube videos will take like 10 hours to upload.
Yeah, so if we say like, we're releasing this tomorrow, or like, wow, this is published like way after it actually happened, that's why. Can't say sorry because it's just part of the life.
All right, so that's a wrap up of part 3. We will start part 4 at Brundage tomorrow.